Angel of Galaxite back with more channeled messages. Do hope you're all doing well as always. Just want to say I wasn't going to do this reading, but I thought, why not, hey? Let's just jump on and do a Father's Day edition. You know, just a little bit of a celebration to all those dads who have crossed over to the other side. Now, if your father's not there, it doesn't mean to say that they're not around you, watching you and with you on this particular day. I feel that from what I've learned, they very much are. So, yeah, just have faith that they're there. I will try my best to do as much as I can. And remember, Spirit works for us in mystical and mysterious ways. These messages may not go directly to the intended person. They may be talking about someone you know. Could be their love lost one or a situation around you or them. Just remember, we have both aspects of the divine feminine and masculine, so please take that as it resonates. And remember, souls will piggyback on one particular message. So if that message makes sense, gut feeling, but the name's not right, or the dates, or whatever, you know, it could still be for you. You know, use your own initiative. All right, so okay. And just before I start, please, could you subscribe, like, share, comment? Remember to hit the notification button now that I've changed times. And I've explained before that I'm just going to cut it down to 3 days a week for now, because I've lost quite a few viewers. It could be the algorithms, it could be just people wanting to watch something different, which is fine. But anyway, if you want to support and help this channel and make it grow, that'll be the way to do it. Liking and subscribing, guys. Thank you. And thank you in advance if you do. Thank you to each one who keeps coming back as well. Right, let's go. Alright, so I'm hearing life is the name of the game, and I wanna play the game with you. So that's playing in my head right now. Now I believe this was a theme song to a British game show. I'm sure it was. I mean, I was a child at the time. Oh yeah, it's the Generation Game, okay. Now, it was a hit in the 1970s, which makes sense. I'm pretty sure at the time it was attracting 21 million viewers. And remember, we didn't have many stations back in those days. Maybe 3 at that point, I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 4. Anyway, it was presented by Bruce Forsyth. And this guy had so many catchphrases, yeah. Oh, I grew up in the 70s watching Bruce and the show, and it brought back so many lovely memories. You know, it seemed quite magical because people could win lots of stuff if they remembered things on a conveyor belt, you know, toasters and all this sort of thing anyway. But the song, when I think about it, you know, it's talking about optimism, embracing life's challenges and celebrating diversity. So whoever this father is, could have been a big game show fan, or there's some memories for you. But 1970s could be relevant. Then, you know, the number 19 or the 70 could be relevant. Door numbers, ages. Okay. Now, I mean, nice to see you. To see you, nice. So that really makes a lot of sense. So he's happy to see you, because they do see it, you know. So this would have relevance to someone watching. I'm really feeling that, or at least family members or friends. He wants to remind you that life is indeed worth playing. So I get the feeling that you may be struggling some days to embrace the day, to carry on sometimes without your father, however long the passing was. And it could be a good night if you play your cards right. Yeah, so that's another phrase that was used. Catchphrase, would it have been called? Yeah, and because he did host Play Your Cards Right for some time. And that was a game show, so Okay, so another quote of his: when you've been brought up in variety, I think timing is always important in your life, Ganya. If I'm ever late for anything, whether it's personal or business, I always apologise. I'm sorry I'm late and all that. So maybe this is what your father would say. So a feeling that your father is wanting to apologise for taking his time to come through. They need a lot of energy for that. Okay, another phrase. Didn't he do well? I mean, anyone in Britain would probably understand that if you were from that era. That was very big. Everyone used to walk around saying it, you know. But it's another quote. Yeah. So just remember, like I said, it takes a lot of energy for them to come through. So if you ever see a spirit, they've worked hard, you know, to get like that. And he almost famously said, it's frightening the way life speeds up. So this is a message. When you're at school, time can't go fast enough. So maybe you skip back to the earlier years when life seemed simpler, not as stressful, as from a small child's perspective. Dad is always the hero, and he could take away the pain. I feel a real loneliness and melancholy. I can't say that word, sorry, melancholy. Melancholy. You know me when I start channeling, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the names I've got with this. Now remember, this could be people watching, people in the environment. It could be dads on the other side. Take it as it resonates and leave the rest for someone else to enjoy. We've got Darren, Charlie, David, Wayne, Stephen, Chester, Carl, Philip, Marvin. I'm hearing the name Rebecca, Zara, Faye, Gaynor, and Michaela. Summertime seems relevant as well. I don't know why, but I'm just hearing Dad's Army, so maybe, you know, I suppose that would have been on at the same time as well. Again, that could be somebody else's father. I feel a kindness with this particular man. He was likeable, loving, yeah, and a bit of a laugh at times as well. But wouldn't go out of his way to show off, you know. So that's what I'm getting with this particular individual. All right. Okay, sorry about the noise if you can hear. Alright, so my next father coming in would be somebody called Edward. He's referring to how you all used to go out to either a restaurant or a pub to enjoy a meal on this day. He's telling me just because he's not there in body, he would still like you to treat yourselves. Go ahead and do it, you know. Talk about good times, memories. Buffet meals seems relevant, delicious foods and drinks, okay. This is something he would do religiously, I think. He wants you to celebrate his life. He says an odd tear is fine, but lift the mood and be cheerful. I've got a feeling Edward could have been in his 60s when he passed. I may be wrong with that, but loved music. Would have been good company. Children and wife I'm hearing, so you're all very special. Now I'm feeling with this particular individual, trigger one, an accident, could have took his life. He would have had a sharp mind and great at solving conundrums, I'm hearing. He liked sport and would like to eat his food very hot and very fast. Don't know why I'm seeing a tennis racket and a squash court as well. Maybe relevant, maybe somebody watching is doing that right now and listening in their ears, who knows. Or maybe it's something you used to do, or you do. Okay, I've got the names Alison and Gillian with that. Benny, I'm hearing. Okay. All right, thank you. Carol. All right, let's go into my next message. So this dad had an amazing energy. I feel that. Oh my gosh. If he was out and about, people would say, "Who is this? Or who is that?" A strong sense of self-expression would be how I would describe him. People would want to speak to him or interact in some kind of way for sure. There was something really attractive about his voice. His perspective and his viewpoints were great as well. He would question things, and I'm told you do exactly the same. I'm hearing he was cool. Maybe he thought he was cool, but he wasn't. Strong vibe. I'm getting told of now. The sort of person who could open others' eyes to certain beliefs. You know, kind of honest, nothing to hide. The names I'm getting with this is Vaughn. I'm hearing Vaughn. Is that a last name or a name? I don't know. Sean. Deborah. Okay. Malcolm's coming to mind. I've got the surname Smith. Cantrell. Okay. Don't know why, but I'm hearing Shipley. Could be a place or a last name maybe. And very strongly I've got K coming in. As I say, if the name's not there, you know. Anything else with that? Nope, okay, thank you very much. Alright, let's get the next one in. Trying to get as many in as I can. So I would describe this father as young when he crossed. He would have been a deep thinker. He would have liked time alone. Very quiet and calm individual. Modest and caring. He would have had a very close relationship with his mother in particular. Okay. I don't know, but I'm feeling someone around you or you are suffering from panic attacks. If that's not the case, it could have been him. But I feel it's more earthbound. So I'm being told that you are making plans for the future. Kind of waiting for the right moment to come. I'm told that he started a family earlier than most and was a bit of a boy really, but loved being a dad. He wants you to know that no one in the world could love you like he does. Or did, if you want to look at it that way. Okay, so I'm seeing like, I don't know whether this is a joke or not, but no, probably not, sorry. A shell suit tracksuit. So that would give me kind of date-wise the 1980s. So he may have liked the 1980s clothes, or 1980s could be relevant. The number 19 or number 80 as well could be relevant. I'm hearing your new star angel will be happy. A happy and prosperous one. Got Lindsay with this, Paul, Ethan, Alan, initials N and Y, A and A, B and L, J and G, F and L, H and H. December and January could be relevant with this as well. If it's not birthdays, anniversaries or crossings, it could be just a favourable time, or some time is going to be coming up that will be for you. Alright? Alright. I'm just going to do a quick poem to my loving Father in heaven. Our time together was special, so were the memories we made. And although you live in heaven now, those memories never fade. I bow my head in silence and remember my dad with love. And I know that you are up there, watching from above. Every day's a struggle, and nothing seems the same. And my heart breaks a little more every time I hear your name. You'll always be remembered, and time will heal my heart. but a piece of me is missing since the day we had to part. If heaven is for angels, then I know that's where you'll be, and I know you will be waiting when heaven calls for me. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I'm hearing Ring-a-Ling. Ring-a-Ling. I think that's by Black Eyed Peas. I think, because I don't think there's another song like that, is there? So I'm feeling, that's coming through, that it must mean that the phone keeps ringing, because I suppose the meaning behind that's got to be, yeah. So the lyrics emphasise the repeated ringing of a phone, representing constant communication and connection. I suppose it's a playful take on modern society, dependence on technology, oh yes, and the constant buzzing and notification we receive on our phone. So someone here may be just too much on their phone. I am the same. I keep on saying, as soon as I start scrolling, the hours go by and I need to stop. It's just ridiculous now, okay? So this wonderful father coming through would call you. Maybe you answered and there was no voice on the other end. Maybe you could have assumed it was a scammer or a notification of something. So yeah, it could come through on a notification, sorry, yeah. Remember, some spirits have the need, for whatever reason, to speak to someone on the other side of the veil. It may be, I don't know, to just let you know that they're happy and okay. It may be to console and give you comfort. Some can be very specific, like telling you that they are making a bad decision. If you encounter any of these, be calm, be aware, be observant, and be open-minded, and look for obvious man-made occurrences. If you can rule these out, then you can assume that someone is trying to contact you, and you can start to figure out who and why. I think the album was called The End, funnily enough, and this means the energy never dies. So very, very appropriate. I've got the initials G and T, V and L, B and Y. Come on in. E and L, T and T, P and N, S and L, J and L, P and W, C and C, K and F. Now you can mix and match with that if the initials there. All right. Sorry if the letters there. Where now? So this father, come on in, describes himself as a peacemaker, a lover, not a fighter. Humour and laughter were tremendously important in relationships. He says sharing a good laugh with someone does wonders, it does. There's a memory of his 2 children, and he must have been having some kind of disagreement. So what he would have done then is make a face that struck as comical. One that made you both laugh. This is the sort of things he would do. Laughter is the closest distance between 2 people. You know what? He's eager to get you to bring more laughter into your life, whoever I'm talking to. And it is much needed at this time. When you think about, a good laugh can diffuse tension, relieve stress, and release endorphins into your system, which can act as a natural mood elevator. Learn to laugh at yourself and situations. Lighten up, take yourself less seriously, and see how things change, okay? I get the feeling that you feel you have dated the same person as well, in different bodies, with different names. Oh wow. So if you keep on attracting these types of people, it's time to go for something completely different to your usual type. Maybe, I don't know, sometimes I think a lot of people go for people like their fathers, don't they? So maybe that's something he's wanting to point out to you. Okay. Maybe if your dad was very, very kind and loving, and yeah, somebody's going to make you laugh, okay? With I see this white car, but it doesn't have to have been his. And I'm feeling you're stuck in quite a few areas of your life. Mainly wanting to change careers. Sorry, put my teeth in. I'm also aware of muscle pain. That could have been him or you. Okay. There's such a reference to looking forward. Oh wow, so it's just showing a little bit of the future. We can see you, I can see you, sorry, jumping up and down. And this will be after receiving some good news to look forward. So I'm hearing somebody has a talent that is about to be showcased. And you may be just looking for happiness in all the wrong places. March and September seem very relevant. And at the time of seeing this particular message, whenever that will be, all my messages are timeless, will be an anniversary of some kind, okay? Got A and C initials, L and D, P and L, M and B, N and C. Okay. Alright, next I'm just trying to fit as much as I can in. So I'm hearing Sue. Okay, I love you. And I'm being told you always buy a card for your father. You don't do the social media as you like to display it. It gives you comfort. He loves how you take time to choose this, and the verse just has to be right, you know. Oh, okay. So I'm hearing Kellogg's cornflakes. I'm not sure what that's about. And something to do with the shipping address could be relevant at this time. I have the name Michael. Remember, it doesn't always have to be the person. 10th of the month should be relevant. And I'm hearing you were there. You were with him when he crossed. It was hard for him to leave, but all is well. There's so much love coming through with all these messages. I'm hearing Trev. So it could be Trevor. Okay. I've been told of... Oh, super strange. Fairy tale, okay, I've got to say. So this could be a memory. And I'm hearing Rapunzel. I know that's a traditional tale about a young girl, isn't it? I think she was sent to live with a witch and was trapped in a tower, if I remember rightly. That was a long time ago. And she couldn't escape. So it could have some relevance. I'm not saying you're trapped by a witch, but you know what I mean. Anyway, one day she's discovered by a prince and they fall in love, don't they? Yeah. So, yeah, maybe there's new love coming. Maybe once you get out of a predicament, if that's the case. I know she had a confrontation with this witch, didn't she? Rapunzel and the prince. They just lived happily ever after, so look forward as always. Maybe you're just looking for a happy ending. It's a reference to children and sending lots of love too, okay? Thank you. Okay. So what is a good father, you know? Someone who's trustworthy, truthful and dependable, isn't it? I mean it. Yeah. Someone who would protect his children from harm and puts their needs first. Spends time with his children and balances his work and family life. You know, makes their priorities happiness and well-being, and behaves paternally. Someone who's actively involved in your lives and provides you with resources, support and guidance, okay? Kind of like a role model for his children, I guess, and teaches them what it means to be a good person. You know, a good dad raises good adults. A father's job doesn't end when his kids turn 18. He, as their father, is responsible for instilling them a set of fundamental rules and moral codes by embodying those principles and following those same rules himself in life. You know, he's not just raising children, he's raising a child to be a good adult. A good father raises his kids so he can spoil his grandchildren as well. A good father is kind, Parents often forget to be kind in their quest to raise the children and giving them all they need and deserve. A child with a good father knows that even when he's being disciplined, there is kindness and love behind his father's words and actions. He never lets a child believe that he is anything but loved. And how would you do that? By being kind and consistent in his actions and behaviour, even when he's been firm and strict. Bernie, Mark. I don't know why Bernie and Mark come to mind. I'm just going to reel off some names very quickly for people who haven't had a message, because obviously it's been impossible. So this is why Bernie and Mark are coming in. Jensen, Arthur, Lionel, Kevin, Phil, gone. Fred, Noah, Colin, John, Tony, Bill, Seth, Aaron, Frank, Charles, Marcus. Okay. Dylan, Maximus, Lance, Barry, Thomas, Lee, Liam, Adrian, Ralph. Whew, they're working me today. Justin, Tony, Ernest, Duncan, Ken, Michael, Dirk, Vinny, David, George, William, Stephen, and I'm hearing Sid. Oh, okay. I've just heard say Big Galah. So that's for somebody. I don't know who that's for, but anyway. So maybe you called him a Big Galah. I don't know. That's quite funny, sorry. Anyway, I just want to talk a little bit at the end about how wonderful, spirit are. How we're lined up with people sometimes. We may not have a dad around us, for instance, we may have lost someone. So what happened to me quite late on in my life, I started working for a couple, and his wife died, unfortunately. When his wife died, I used to go and keep this particular older man company, come and do things with me and my child, and we just ended up being friends, and then, it was like he was a father figure. So once my family had passed, there he was, playing a lovely fatherly role. Couldn't have got a nicer person. Well, anyway, the other day I was lying in bed, fell asleep, and at 4 a.m. I was rudely awakened by spirit, and there he was at the end of my bed. It was, but unbeknown to me, I was, I'm trying to sleep, I'm tired, I hate being woken up. And then he disappeared. I fell back asleep, and then I heard a rattling. When I looked out my window, somebody was trying to break in. So there was 2 men trying to break into my property. So spirit had come, even on the other side. Dads will come in, mothers, granddads, grandmas, anyone on the other side who's a love of yours or related, and you've got your guides, angels and everything. They'll come and warn you, and I just thought it'd be appropriate to mention that today. So a big shout out to my adopted dad, I call him, Pat, for coming and helping me there and warning me. Luckily they didn't get away with anything or get into the house, because as soon as they saw me peering out the window, I just stood staring at them. They ended up retreating and getting into the car pretty quick. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you very much for that, Dad. And just a big shout out to my stepfather as well, who's on the other side too. Happy Father's Day to each and every single one of your dads. We don't realise sometimes how much we needed them until we lose them, but they're always there helping us. So anyway, I'd just like to end by thanking each and every one of you for watching my channel. I'm grateful and humbled to have a platform where Spirit and I can co-create to bring messages to people who need them. Please stay safe, stay happy, and spread the love. And if you can help my budding little channel, which is a little bit at the moment viewing wise, please do. Thank you in advance, and blessings to each and every one of you who do and continue to do. Okay, happy Father's Day again. Until next time, from my heart to yours. Bye.